Welcome to This Explainer. Today, we're diving into something that most of us probably use without a second thought. But underneath the surface of that simple app on your phone lies an incredibly complex system. We're going to uncover exactly how Uber India has evolved from just a basic ride hailing app into this massive, frankly inescapable mobility and logistics ecosystem. It is quite literally a digital matrix mapped directly onto the physical world.
Just take a look at this user's 5-year journey. It perfectly anchors our exploration today, right? Because it highlights exactly what the company is aiming for, seamlessly blending into both your personal routines and your business demands. When an app provides tangible value for your grocery run, your morning commute, and your corporate travel, well, it stops being just a utility and starts becoming a daily habit.
So, here's our roadmap for understanding India's premier transportation network. First, we'll look at what's beyond just car rides. Then, how they're tackling the daily commute. Explore the premium and business sides. Look at what's powering the platform. And finally, unpack how Uber actually makes its money.
Let's start with Section 1. Beyond just car rides.
We really need to start by fundamentally reframing what this platform actually is. If we look at their CEO level definition, the crucial takeaway here is that this isn't just a taxi company. Not at all. It's a vast digital network focused on urban mobility, food, package delivery, and enterprise transportation spanned hundreds of Indian cities. They don't just want to be a button you push when you need a car. They want to be the operating system for how literally everything moves in your city.
And to put that into perspective, just look at this number, 15. They're running over 15 distinct microservices simultaneously to cater to basically every possible travel need. Managing just one transport service is hard enough, right? But running 15 of them in a market as incredibly diverse and bustling as India, that requires a masterful level of logistics.
Which brings us to Section 2, tackling the daily commute. Let's start with arguably the most chaotic part of urban Indian life, the daily rush hour. Notice how they segment the market based on pure intent. If you just need budget travel, boom, they have Uber Go, giving you economical hatchbacks for everyday use by students and office workers. But if you need fixed route transit, they've brought in Uber Shuttle in selected cities. This is shared bus transportation specifically for peak hours. It gives you a reserved seat and a predictable route, which fundamentally undercuts the massive stress of driving in rush hour traffic, and it does it all at a lower cost than a solo ride.
But hey, we know India's transport isn't just about four wheels. They have effectively digitized India's traditional transport network. On one side, we've got Uber Auto. By bringing transparent pricing to everyday auto rickshaws, they've totally eliminated that age-old headache of roadside bargaining, plus they added GPS and digital payments. And on the flip side, we have Uber Moto. This is the absolute ultimate solo traffic beater. Motorcycle taxis giving you the fastest possible travel through dense congestion at the lowest fares. They are literally meeting the Indian consumer exactly where they are.
All right, moving to Section 3, premium, business, and beyond. So what happens when your needs go a bit beyond just a budget trip to the local train station? Well, for those times you require a higher quality experience, or maybe you're traveling with a group and tons of luggage, the ecosystem seamlessly scales right up. You have Uber Premier, which offers newer sedans and better rated drivers, perfect for business professionals heading to a meeting or the airport. And then for that weekend family outing or moving heavy boxes, you just tap into Uber XL for SUVs and multi-utility vehicles. The platform dynamically adjusts to whatever space and comfort you need at that exact moment. And they've literally mapped out your entire user journey beyond just instant point A to point B rides. Say you have an early flight, you can use Uber Reserve to schedule your airport pickup way in advance for peace of mind. Then you've got Uber Rentals, where you can keep a car and driver for several hours. This is an absolute game changer for a multi-stop shopping day or visiting 5 different relatives during a wedding weekend. Finally, Uber Intercity lets you hop to nearby cities. You can literally take an Uber from Delhi to Agra or Bengaluru to Mysuru without ever having to negotiate with a private tourist cab.
Okay, now let's dive into this enterprise tier Uber for Business. Because this is incredibly lucrative. It provides startups and massive multinational enterprises with centralized corporate billing, travel policy controls, and automated expense reporting. So instead of employees hoarding physical receipts for every single cab ride, the company manages all corporate travel from one sleek dashboard. It is a massive, massive logistical relief for corporate HR and finance departments.
And the system doesn't even stop at moving people. With Uber Connect, local retailers and just everyday individuals can use the exact same driver network to send small parcels, documents, or gifts across the city on the same day.
It's a really brilliant way for them to maximize the utilization of their drivers during those off-peak passenger hours. That brings us to Section 4, powering the platform. To keep a massive matrix of this magnitude running smoothly, you absolutely need an incredibly robust technical foundation. And safety is a huge investment area here. I mean, think about it. When millions of strangers are getting into cars with each other every single day, trust is your actual product. They utilize continuous GPS tracking, PIN verification so you know you're in the right car, strict driver background checks, and trip sharing with trusted contacts to ensure confidence for every single ride. Plus, the two-way rating system ensures both riders and drivers are held accountable. This entire system is essentially held together by two massive technical pillars. First, empowering drivers with a partner platform that gives them clear earnings dashboards and instant payouts where available. Look, if drivers can't get paid easily, the whole network just stops. Second, giving riders the ultimate flexibility of digital payments. By integrating so deeply with India's UPI system alongside credit cards and digital wallets, they've totally removed the friction of the transaction. You basically just get out of the car and walk away. So it's truly a logistical marvel, right? You can move people, packages, and businesses seamlessly. But we really need to look under the hood to understand the business engine driving all of this. Because scaling and maintaining this level of technology is incredibly expensive. So, how does the math actually work? Let's get into Section 5, how Uber makes money. Well, it's all about a highly diversified revenue model. Basic ride commissions and booking fees, sure, that's the baseline. But the real financial power comes from diversification. They generate much higher margins from those premium rides like Premier, XL, and Intercity. Then they layer on reliable recurring B2B revenue from those corporate accounts we talked about, plus subscription revenue from Uber One memberships. And finally, they monetize your attention through in-app advertising and sponsored placements. All of this creates a compounding profit engine that definitely doesn't just rely on a single cheap ride across town. If you lay out the CEO's strategic vision on a timeline, it becomes incredibly clear. In the span of just 1 hour, they want to win your daily commute with affordable Go, Auto, and Moto options. Expand that to 1 day, and they've captured your premium, intercity, and parcel delivery needs. Stretch that over a decade? The goal is to become India's absolute, undisputed, everyday mobility platform for literally all individuals and businesses. By capturing your daily commute today, they are laying the infrastructure to be your sole mobility platform for the long-term future. As we wrap up this explainer, I want to leave you with a thought to really chew on. Just look at how deeply integrated this digital matrix has become in our physical world. When a single platform connects your morning commute, your weekend getaways, your food delivery, and your company's logistics, are you still just booking a ride? Or have you essentially outsourced your entire physical mobility? It's a fascinating, maybe even a little wild shift in how we navigate our cities. Thank you so much for learning with me today, and keep questioning the systems that move you.